Hi, I'm Christina, your host on Chtv. This is the place to be seen and heard. What is the latest research that you've come across that helps your clients today combat the stressors in their lives? What is that cutting edge stuff?
Yeah, well, I've looked at a lot of research in the last 33 years and we got all these little links. We got nutrition, and then I came across magnetic therapy, then I came across frequency therapy, and then I came across essential oils, and they're all chains, they're all links in the chain, and they're all still important because we're living on a magnet, and not many of us walk around with bare feet on the grass for oxygen or for energy. But the latest research I've found, I believe it's the missing link, because you've got all these links and no one's ever looked at the communication system of the body.
Wow.
We got cells in our body that's supposed to be communicating with one another. And give you an example, autoimmune disease is escalating out of control, right? It's going crazy. You've got lupus, you've got arthritis, you've got irritable bowel, you've got leaky gut, you've got Hashimoto's, thyroid. You've got all these diseases escalating out of control because the communication system, every cell is supposed to be communicating with the cell.
Wow.
How do they know what to do? How does the organs know what to do if you haven't got the communication? So I've come across this communication technology. It's in a supplement. They've took them 17 years to master it and put it in a bottle, and they said you can't do it. You can't stabilise a molecule from our body and put it in a bottle without it being destroyed. But it took them 17 years and millions of dollars, and they put it in a bottle, and it's working wonders because the body now is starting to communicate, and all these autoimmune things are starting to disappear.
Wow.
It's fascinating. I
Wow.
love it. I love this research because it makes all these other ones work better. All these other links in the chain makes them all work better because the body's communicating, going, all right, this goes there, this goes there, that goes there. So it organises itself.
So what is that called?
Oh, it's called redox signalling molecules. That's what they're called.
Wow.
Our body's supposed to make them, but because our pollution is increasing, our polluted world is sort of getting worse, we're not making enough, so that's decreasing as we get older.
Wow, so redox signaling molecules. Incredible. That's the
Yes.
latest cutting edge technology.
That's the latest, and it will be the latest, I think, for another 20 or so years.
Wow, incredible. So that takes me to a question. Does it really matter what kind of water we drink? I mean, if we're not drinking tap water, we should be right?
I love it. Christina knows. You know what's going on. Water. Well, water's one of the basic principles of health. What I try and teach people are the basics. If we haven't got the basics, we haven't got a foundation. Oxygen, water are the two main ones. So when you think about it, this is common sense. What does water look like in nature? Wasn't it coming down off a mountain, down a waterfall? It was spinning down a creek around rocks. Wasn't it doing that?
Yes.
What are we drinking? We're drinking tank water that's stagnant. We're drinking tap water. We're drinking filtered water, which we think is good. But what we found out is they're all dead water.
Wow.
Because there's a molecule in water. And when we put it under the microscope and we have a look at the molecule, it should look like a crystal. Some of your viewers might know about Dr. Emoto with all these water crystals. He put water under a microscope and he saw crystals. And the water that wasn't energized, there was nothing. No shape whatsoever. So the body is smart. Our body is very clever. It knows. I've checked a lot of people who've been drinking 2 litres of water a day, supposed to be on a health kick, They were dehydrated. They said, why? I'm drinking water. You're drinking dead water. It's back to basics. So there's molecules in the water, and the cells, in the cell there's like receptor sites, like antennas, and they know if you're drinking living water or not, living energised water or not, and they go, oh, what's this? That's not living energised water, so it doesn't go into the cell and hydrate. So living energised oxygenated water is essential. I'll give you viewers a tip that there are some systems you can put on your house, but I'll give them a cheap little tip. You get some Celtic salt, put it on your tongue, and then have a drink of your filtered water. That won't energise it, but it will help hydrate. So that's a start.
Wow.
That's a little tip.
That's a good tip. Now, you're 64 years old. Your skin looks incredible. Your energy is peak. I mean, seriously, what do you do every day to stay in your peak condition? What do you do?
I just follow the 8 principles of health.
Wow.
You want me to touch on them?
Yes.
I exercise a heap. I love exercise. Well, there's 8 principles of health, and this is what I live by, and I try and teach my clients. We got the acronym is New Start, right? The first one is nutrition. Good nutrition. Well, what's good nutrition? A lot of people say that's good, that's good, that's good. What is good nutrition? Bottom line, getting back to basics, grow it, need it. That's good nutrition to me, and research agrees with that. So straight from the ground to the table is best. I know that's not always possible, but so good nutrition. And what's the next one? Exercise. The body is made to move. If we're sitting in front of computers and TVs all day, the blood's going to get stagnant, and all sorts of things happen. So keep moving the body. If you're not used to exercise, begin with 5 or 10 minutes and build up. You don't have to overdo exercise, because I've been working out in gyms for like 30 odd years, and I think I overdid it. And you can overdo it, and that produces oxidative stress, the very thing we want to get rid of. So mild exercise. Sometimes you can go a bit harder, depends on your fitness. What's the third one? Water.
Water we've already covered, haven't we?
Energised, oxygenated water. Hydrate yourself. If you're not hydrated, a lot of people that go to hospital are just dehydrated. That's it. So the basics: water. You got sunshine. What's the medical profession telling us to do? Get out of the sun, slip, slop, slap. We've actually found out that slip, slop, slap can actually cause cancer. Or, shall I put it a more mild way? Excuse me. Australians mostly are vitamin D deficient. A lack of vitamin D can cause cancer. So we need the sun, but you've got to be sensible. You don't go out there in the middle of summer and burn, but we need sunshine, because that produces the vitamin D if we're on the right diet. And this is another trick to sunshine, if I can just cover that quickly. Pilots, cabin crew, they hardly see the sun. They get more skin cancer than we do, who see the sun. Why? Because the oxygen in aeroplanes are down to 16%, which is dangerous, and the cosmic radiation plus their aeroplane food. So so 97% of melanomas, that's in the medical research, are not caused by sun. So what happens is the sun supposed to, this is the job of the sun, supposed to change your cholesterol in the skin to vitamin D. If you're on the good fats, plant fats like seeds, nuts, avocado, chia seeds, all those olives, olive oils, coconut oil, that changes to vitamin D. But when you've got the saturated fats, the junk food, the fried foods, that the sun changes that cholesterol to cancer.
Wow.
So that's
It's huge.
The sun doesn't cause the cancer, it's the diet.
Wow.
So get some sunshine. What's the next one? Temperance. You've heard this thing about moderation in all things, haven't you? Look, when people are starting out, that's fine. For me, I don't follow that, because think about it. You're having a little bit of junk here, a little bit of junk there, a little bit of junk there. It builds up. And then you end up, by the end of the day or the end of the week, you've had half junk, half good food. For me, I don't follow that. Temperance means that even the good stuff, you temper it in the good stuff. Because my wife's a great cook, and she cooked a Lebanese dish last week. I taught her how to make it. And she did it, she really mastered it that day, and I had one big plate. And I thought, this is good. I could have stopped there, but I didn't. I went another plate, and instead of feeling great that afternoon, I felt lousy. So temperance in the good things, even exercise, food, whatever. So temperance. The next one is air, oxygen. I spoke about oxygen. Did a bit of research on the oxygen content of the earth around 4,000 years ago, and it was around 38%. Now we're down to 21%. So when we go on an aeroplane, it's down to 16%. Blood cells begin to die at 16% oxygen. So we need to breathe deeply, use this diaphragm, get some exercise, get the oxygenated water. Some people even need oxygen therapy, but the 8 principles will really help. And then the next one is R, rest. A lot of people work 7 days a week. How are they going to rest? The good thing about it is, if we have early nights, back in the old days before they had power, they had they used to go to bed around 7 or 8-ish. And they got their good chemicals before midnight. There's midnight, and the good chemicals like melatonin increase. After midnight, they decrease. So if you're having late nights, you're not getting your good chemicals. So first, early nights, if you can get 2 or 3 hours sleep before midnight, great. But also a day off. We were given a day off. Some people have Sunday off, some people have Saturday off. Have a day off. Rest and recreation. So we need the body to restore and rejuvenate. And when you're sleeping, if you're sleeping well, your body repairs when you're sleeping. And last but not least, trust in a higher power. You know, this is not about religion, and I don't like religion, but it's about principles of life that make you healthier, like peace, joy, love, contentment. How many people are content today? If we're not content, we got stress, right? So peace, joy, love, contentment, gratitude, these are shown by scientists to build up the immune system and build up the system. So that when we have that, you're talking about emotional health before, if we got those principles, then we can deal with the stress much better, and deal with the emotions. And also, just one last thing, if I could, there's so much to share. One last thing is, in America, has to be in America, doesn't it? They got a forgiveness clinic.
Wow.
So they take the cancer clients who are dying to the forgiveness clinic. They bypass the nutrition clinic. They do that first, get rid of all the bitterness, resentment, unforgiveness, all that stuff that's making their body diseased. So they get rid of that, and then they take them to the nutrition clinic. They're getting over 90% success rate.
That is powerful.
So it's scientific. It's not about religion. So They're the 8 principles. If we can follow those, we can have good health.
Oh, I love the sound of the forgiveness clinic. I mean, that is a great place to start, isn't it? For everybody. If you have been inspired to take massive action and kickstart your journey to better health, or perhaps take your health to the next level, then be sure to connect with Tony at livestreamhealth.net.au. You can also connect with CHTV at creativehubacademy.com. Thank you for watching CHTV. I'm Christina, your host. See you next time.